take control of this series 2-1, 6-4 Dodgers.
I will say this note in the playoffs. When Dodgers starters have recorded a single out in the 6th inning, they won every game. The 2 games they did not, they've lost.
Wow.
Keep an eye on that tonight.
Mad Max.
There he is, Max Scherzer, former Dodger, now with the Blue Jays and trying to win another World Series at age 41. He's on the mound tonight. Tyler Glasnow has been spectacular this postseason. He gets the call for the Dodgers, getting closer to the first pitch. Game 3 from Los Angeles coming your way next. Back to Dodger Stadium here in Los Angeles. We get set for Game 3 of this World Series. And right now, we send it over to Dodgers public address announcer, Todd Lights.
Now the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. As chosen by manager John Schneider. Leading off, designated hitter number 4, George Springer. Batting second, left fielder number 38, Nathan Lucas. Batting third, first baseman number 27, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Batting fourth, at second base, number 11, Bo Bichette. Batting fifth, in center field, number 5, Dalton Varsho. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 30, Alejandro Kirk. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 47, Addison Barger. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 22, Ernie Clement. Batting ninth, shortstop, number 0, Andres Jimenez. And the starting pitcher, number 31, Max Scherzer. And now, the starting lineup for your defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. As chosen by Dodgers manager, Dave Roberts. Leading off, designated hitter, number 17, Shohei Ohtani. Batting second, the shortstop, number 50, Mookie Betts. Batting third, first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman. Batting fourth, behind the plate, number 16, Will Smith. Batting fifth, at third base, number 13, Max Muncy. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 37, Oscar Hernandez. Batting seventh, second baseman, number 25, Tommy Edman. Batting eighth, in left field, number 8, Kike Hernandez. Batting ninth, center fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes. And on the mound for the Dodgers, number 31, Tyler Glasnow. Fans, let's hear it for your defending world champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. This time we ask that you please rise if you're able and kindly remove your caps for our two nations colors. Presented today by the Los Angeles Fire Department Honor Guard. Fans, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States. First to sing the Canadian national anthem, please welcome multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated Canadian singer-songwriter, J.P. Sachs.
Oh, Canada, our home, our native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts, we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Guide, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Now to sing the national anthem of the United States of America, please welcome country music superstar and 3-time Grammy Award winner Brad Paisley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
And it was the Astros who beat the Dodgers in the World Series that year. So they are letting George hear it. Not something he hasn't heard before.
He had a phenomenal series in 2017. He was the World Series MVP, hit 5 home runs in that World Series against the Dodgers.
A curveball that misses just off the corner.
Glasnow thought it was a pretty good pitch. You could see his hesitation. He expected it to be strike 2.
1-1 the count on Springer. And he goes after a fastball that was down and out of the zone, and he fouls it off 1-2. Springer, Lucas, and Guerrero here in the top of the first. And a fastball that he swings through for out number 1.
He's got that good fastball there. Against the Blue Jays back in August, he had 8 strikeouts. Got 3 of them with that 4-seam fastball. He had 4 strikeouts on the curveball, and he's a tough customer. If he can get them both into the strike zone, it could be a tough night on the Blue Jays lineup.
Number 2 hitter is Nathan Lucas, the left fielder, hitting .318 in the postseason. As he sends a fastball up in the air down the left field line. And there's room in foul territory for Kike Hernandez to make the catch. Quickly 2 down.
Well, the Blue Jays are very aggressive. That's been their style all season long, and the Dodgers are aware of that. They know that you got to make quality pitches on that first pitch, and a very quick 2 outs for Glasnow here.
Now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. There's a curveball missing down and away. That's a pitch that Glasnow wants to throw a lot to the righties. Keep it to the outer side of the plate. If anything, they flare it to the opposite field, but can he get it close enough to get some swings on it? Got a swing there, but Guerrero bounces it foul, and that's going to be one of the games within the game for Glasnow, is can he locate that curveball well enough to get weak contact there.
Yeah, he's thrown 2 curveballs to Springer, and he started out Vladdy with a couple of curveballs. It's interesting that he wants to establish that he can throw that for a strike early in this game.
1-1. That curveball hung, but it's hit in the air to right field. Teoscar Hernandez the catch, and Glasnow has a very quick top of the first. Max Scherzer will take the mound when we come back. On to the first, and Shohei Ohtani again in the leadoff spot for the Dodgers tonight with Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. 1, 2, 3 is always such a difficult lineup to try to navigate yourself through. And then you got Max Muncy hitting 5th, hit a home run in game 2. So did Will Smith, who is getting healthier. Again, a lot of danger, a lot of damage in this lineup, although overall the Dodgers not swinging the bats all that well in the postseason, certainly compared to what they did in the regular season. And Max Scherzer about to become the first pitcher ever to pitch for 4 different teams in the World Series.
Only the second player to play in a World Series for 4 different teams. The other was Lonnie Smith, a great outfielder for a long time. Scherzer, coming off that great start against Seattle in Game 4, he had a very good curveball, and the curveball got better as he was going along. He picked up 4 strikeouts with the curveball, 6 outs overall. That became a very important pitch to him. He has to pitch Shohei Ohtani the way he pitched Cal Raleigh in the Seattle series. Fastballs up, get him to commit to that fastball, and then you can finish off the at-bats with that very good curveball. Defensively, let's take a look at the Blue Jays, the way they set up in the outfield, and this is a pretty standard outfield with a right-hander on the mound. Nathan Lucas is in left, the Gold Glover, Varsho's in center, Addison Barger in right. Clement Jimenez on the left side, Bo Bichette back at second base, Vladdy Guerrero, a Gold Glover at first, and Alejandro Kirk's had a terrific season behind the plate and a good one at the plate.
And an enormous ovation to welcome Ohtani to the plate. So Scherzer, a very good start here in August, a very good start in the ALCS against Seattle.
as Ohtani sends the first pitch foul off to the third base side. Ohtani is 2 for 8 with a home run in the series. Hit that 2-run homer late in Game 1 when the Blue Jays were already well on their way to victory. And he hits this one hard and fair down the right field line. It'll skip out of play, and he's got himself a leadoff double.
Yeah, Max went to the curveball on the second pitch that he hit back. That is a danger zone when you throw to Ohtani down and in. He is wicked when he can get the ball down and in, and he can hit this curveball. You see it's on the inside part of the plate about knee-high, and he just drops the head on it. He keeps it fair by a matter of inches, and it bounces out of play for a leadoff double.
So if anything, it's only getting louder right now with the Dodgers having a runner in scoring position already. And here's Mookie Betts, 1 for 7 in the series, as he takes 96 down and away. And this is something we saw from Scherzer in the start against Seattle. The best average velocity with his fastball that he had in a couple of years. Certainly the best this season. 96.5 was his hardest pitch then. And he averaged over 94, as now Betts will pop it out of play.
Yeah, and Max, he had 22 days between starts when he made that start against Seattle, and he was really fired up for that outing and really got the Blue Jays back in the series. First innings have always been a challenge for Max this season. His ERA is over 12 in the first inning.
Betts lays off. Kirk asked for the appeal, but he did not go around. It's ball 2 on Mookie Betts, who incidentally was named the winner of the Roberto Clemente Award today for outstanding performance on the field and contributions off the field, community involvement, charitable work, considered one of the very highest honors a player can get in Major League Baseball. Fastball, and again, very good velocity early from Scherzer. It's 2-2.
Well, he's pumped up, obviously. This is his 5th World Series start. Actually, his 5th appearance against the Dodgers. He pitched for them in 2021. Made a couple of appearances in the postseason for LA.
2-2 the count. And back to the fastball, and it's popped up down the right field line. Barger racing in and makes the catch just in fair territory, running out from under his cap to get it done.
Folks, I can't tell you how difficult that play is because he had to run so far at such a high rate of speed. You know that ball is bouncing on him. Look how far he runs, and he's got a full head of steam, and he calls for it, takes it in foul territory. That's a very good play on a high pop-up because he had to run so far, and you know his head was bouncing and that ball was bouncing when he made the catch.
Look at the intensity in his eyes as he was closing in on it. It is so noisy here. Communication is imperative, but is it also impossible given how noisy it is?
And you got to make sure if you have a chance to raise your hand up so the other players might see you calling.
Freddie Freeman now.
What's in?
It's both the fans who are loud, and it's the sound system, which is deafening, by far the loudest in Major League Baseball. Freeman 1 for 6 with a double so far in the World Series. He swings over the top of that hard slider, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, and that's the slider he calls his Dan Heron slider. He's got 2 sliders. He's got a flat one that he calls the Mariano Rivera slider, and then he's got that one with more depth, like that last one he threw.
Ohtani at second, 1 out, and the 1-1. Fastball, and this is popped up, and it is playable near third base. Ernie Clement makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, so far in the postseason, these top 3 hitters really haven't performed the way they have in the past. So Max Scherzer now and out away from stranding that leadoff double.
Catcher number 16.
He's got to deal with a hot hitter. Will Smith, the catcher's got a 6-game postseason hit streak.
Yeah, he is getting healthier. Suffered a hairline fracture in his right hand in early September. Did not play in the Dodgers' first 4 playoff games this year. And he sends it foul off to the right as Scherzer continues now to come at them with fastballs and continues to show the best velocity he has had all season.
Yeah, and you know what? He says he's healthy. He got healthy at the end of the year, and He was not on the first roster in the postseason, but made a big impact in the championship series.
Slider down the middle, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2.
This is a big development for the Blue Jays if he can get through this first inning.
A leadoff double by Ohtani, but then he retired Betts and Freeman. And now the 0-2 to Smith. A slider in the dirt for ball one.
Will Smith had 3 RBIs in Game 2 at Rogers Center. He hit the go-ahead home run in the 7th inning. It was a 1-1 game at that point. He would hit the home run to give them the lead, and then Max Muncy went deep and out later.
Scherzer sets. And the 1-2 to Smith. A curveball bounced in, and it's 2-2.
2-2.
A proven playoff performer for the Dodgers over the years, Will Smith, who won't chase the high heater, and it's full.
Max is getting to that velocity very easily. It's not like he's forcing it to try to create velocity. He's just pumped up with this atmosphere.
And another Max Muncy waits on deck for the Dodgers. Ohtani out at second. Scherzer tried to strand him right there. The 3-2. Fastball popped out of play right side.
Well, he's maintaining that velocity at 96.
John Schneider, Pete Walker, Don Mattingly, and everybody else looking on as are Dave Roberts and the Dodgers on the third base side of the field. Just underway here in Game 3. And again, the 3-2. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Scherzer gives up a leadoff double to Shohei Ohtani and then retires Betts. He retires Freeman, and he strikes out Will Smith to strand Ohtani out at second. His fastball velocity in the first inning was the highest it's been in 4 years, 95.8, as he gets a first pitch swing and a fly ball to right off the bat of Max Muncy.
Well, as far as Max Scherzer playing again, he says, as long as I can be a starter on a championship team, I want to keep playing. He made that very clear. So right now, he doesn't feel like this could possibly be his last game. But he has been healthy. He's been healthy now for about a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez, who had a rough one in Game 2, 4 strikeouts. And has never done much against Max Scherzer. 1 for 7 with 5 strikeouts. And when you see those numbers, Buck, you can envision sliders and curveballs down and away from Scherzer that Teoscar chases. That one down, not away, but he swings over the top of it, 1-1.
Yeah, Max has such a good feel for what a hitter is trying to do against him. He will drop that curveball and slider on right-handed hitters an awful lot. But boy, pitching out of that first inning situation was really a boost for this ball club.
Challenges him with a fastball. It's popped up for Guerrero. Maybe playable. No, it will not be. Up in the netting.
Well, and I always like to watch body language of a starting pitcher when they get out there and see how they're working, and he's working quickly, and it tells me he feels pretty confident about what he's featuring during this game.
He's on 11 days rest. Remember, he pitched Game 4 of the LCS. It went 7. They had 3 days off, and now it's Game 3 of this series, so it's been a while. Tries a changeup, and he misses inside.
Scherzer making his 5th World Series starts. First start was 2012 for the Detroit Tigers in Game 4.
Hit hard to deep left field, and Teoscar Hernandez has hit it out to give the Dodgers the lead. Well, he went back to the breaking ball, but as we will see when we look at this pitch again, Buck, he did not locate it where he wanted to locate it.
Now, it was up about belt high, trying to get it down and away, and you can see how it just sits out there over the heart of the plate, and Teoscar didn't miss it. One of the best mistake hitters in baseball, and he got a mistake, and he hit it.
So the Dodgers strike first with a solo home run here in the bottom of the second, and here's Tommy Edman, the second baseman. For Teoscar Hernandez, that's his 5th home run of the postseason. The 2-2 one more time.
Ball.
He wanted it, didn't get it. It's ball 3.
Boy, he hit his spot. That's where he wanted it, down and away. It was 96. How do you lay off that pitch?
He'll get him for his 3rd strikeout of the night. But former Blue Jay Teoscar Hernandez takes Scherzer deep, and at the end of 2 here in Game 3, it's the Dodgers who hold the early 1-0 lead. Well, as many strengths as the Dodgers have, without question, their biggest strength in the playoffs, heading into the playoffs, was their starting rotation. Look at the numbers on Ohtani, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Snell. This is from September 1st, including the postseason. Now, the Blue Jays got to Snell, couldn't do anything with Yamamoto. They'll get Ohtani tomorrow, but Dave Roberts wants to ride these 4 as much as he can.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is quite a turnaround. This is the first time since Dave Roberts has managed the Dodgers that he's had 4 world-class starters. He's going to stretch them out. He's going to trust them an awful lot.
And speaking of Dodgers starting pitchers, the legendary Sandy Koufax, 89 years old, 4-time World Series champion, 2-time MVP, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 89 years of age, and out here for a very big game, obviously. Not only one of the great pitchers of all time, one of the real gentlemen of the sport as well.
8 World Series game. Earned run average in his final 13 starts.
And he strikes out Lucas to retire the side in order. To the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Dodgers. League leaders in outfield assists. Even though he only started 49 games in the outfield this year, this was an absolutely perfect throw.
This throw was one of the best you'll ever see. He takes it on one hop and really unloads a perfect strike to the plate. That's a Dave Parker, Ellis Valentine, Jesse Barfield kind of throw right there. Some of the best all-time thrown from right field, and Jesse Barfield would love that throw from Addison Barger. Kirk set up perfectly, takes it on the fly, and puts the tag right on the foot of Freddie Freeman.
That throw came out of his hand at 98.5 miles an hour with perfect direction, perfect location as well. Boy, has this guy helped the Blue Jays win games in a lot of different ways.
He sure has. Whether it was at third base, right field, or at the plate, he is really turning into a budding superstar.
2-0 Dodgers going to the top of the fourth. It'll be Guerrero, Bichette, and Varsho against Glasnow. Vladdy 0 for 1 on a fly ball to right. And through 3 innings, as you can see from the pitch count on Glasnow, they have not been able to get that pitch count up. He has walked 1, gave up a couple of hits. All of that happened in the second. But he had a very quick first and a very quick third. Oh, 3-0 on Guerrero.
Working for a walk, making come to you. Obviously, the Blue Jays are well aware that he can walk you. He had 4 walks the last time they faced him here at Dodger Stadium back in August.
And Guerrero takes the strike, 3-1. Jams him and it's fouled off, 3-2. Borderline, says Mark Wegner. That's in response, obviously, to Guerrero saying, Jim, would that have been a called strike? Is that something you hear from an umpire often? Borderline?
Absolutely, yeah. That's a borderline. I had it either way. Too close to take.
He tried to check it, and he succeeded. It is ball 4.
Second walk that Glasnow has issued early in this ball game.
Now Bo Bichette, who lined a base hit to center back in the second, unfortunately then was tagged out after what he thought was ball 4 on Varsho, and he was starting to head to second base, but it was called a strike. So he was still live, and he was caught in no man's land. Little buckle on the curveball, 0-1. And Glasnow is known for that curveball. Now a ground ball to the right side. Sounded like a broken bat, and it goes under the glove of Edman. And instead of the Dodgers getting 1, possibly 2, they get nobody, and it's first and third with nobody out.
He got ahead of himself. He was thinking about the double play before he caught the baseball. He was turning his body to make that throw to second base and never caught the ball. Watch Edman at second. He's thinking about it. Okay, now I'm going to turn and fire to second, and the ball sneaks under his glove. What a break for the Blue Jays. You got to take advantage of this right now.
Don't have the scoring on the play yet. First and third, nobody out for Dalton Varsho. Ooh, and a fastball down the middle, taken for a strike, 0-1. Varsho walked in the second, not on the pitch where Bichette thought he had walked, but a few pitches later in the at-bat, he got aboard. It's an error on Edman as Varsho pulls one over near the Dodger dugout, and it's 0-2. So technically, Bichette reaches on a fielder's choice. The error allows Guerrero to go from first to third.
Now the Dodgers, that's their 9th error they've committed in the postseason, and they've opened up the gates for the Blue Jays. Now they got to march through it.
0-2. In the air, shallow left center field. And in comes Kike Hernandez, and it's not nearly deep enough for Guerrero to try it. 1 down.
Hernandez has a very true arm, very accurate, and very good thrower, and it wasn't close to being deep enough to send Vladdy from third. So now Alejandro Kirk, who singled his first time up, has a chance to put the Jays on the board.
Singled on the first pitch he saw. A fastball up at the top of the zone that he lined into right. And a curveball hit high and deep. Left center field. Gone! Alejandro Kirk has done it again as he launches a 3-run homer to put the Blue Jays on top.
They just never give up. Alejandro Kirk has had some start to this World Series. He became the first Mexican-born player to homer in a World Series game in Game 1, and now he's hit another one. A 3-run shot to give the Blue Jays the lead.
3-2, top 4. And do you think because he got the fastball in the first pitch of the first at-bat and hit it hard that he guessed that Glasnow was going to go to a curveball in the first pitch of this at-bat?
Absolutely, he did. He got that hanging breaking ball, and he hammered it over the wall in deep center field.
That error, costly.
Huge.
And heading into the series, that appeared to be an advantage for the Blue Jays, the better defensive team. And as you said, it's one thing for the Dodgers to make a mistake, and Edman did, but then the Blue Jays have to take advantage of it, and Kirk did.
Blue Jays have had an advantage defensively against all the teams they've played in the postseason.
Thank you, Roman.
And they've taken advantage of it. You make a mistake, chances are Blue Jays are going to cash in. How about Alejandro Kirk? He's the 18th Mexican-born player to play in a World Series, and now he has 2 home runs. Remember, he started the All-Star game right here at Dodger Stadium a couple of years ago. Grew up in Tijuana, not that far south of L.A.
He found that power stroke on the last weekend of the regular season, and he has kept on swinging it here in the postseason.
Got a second.
And it is 3-2 Blue Jays here, top 4. A walk, an error, a homer.
That's a Blue Jay rally. How about Alejandro Kirk? He now leads the team with 13 RBIs in the postseason.
2-2 to Barger. He's outside. It's 3-2.
3-2.
And to hit it out to that part of this ballpark in the evening is no easy feat.
Now, it's always been the reputation Dodger Stadium has had. It cools off at night.
Ooh, Barger had a hack.
You've said that a lot.
I know.
Well,
he keeps doing it. Don't blame me, blame him.
He had a hack. Yes, he did. Boy, what a great throw he made to cut down Freddie Freeman at the plate. You talk about a momentum changer.
The 3-2 again. Line drive, right field, base hit for Barger.
Let's go back and look at Alejandro's home run. A 3-run home run. First pitch from Glasnow is a curveball. He was sitting all over that pitch. And he drilled it. Not sure it's going to carry out of the ballpark, but he can celebrate. Once it's over the wall in deep center field, Alejandro shoots his arm up in the air, celebrating his second World Series home run.
To the disbelief of Dodger fans, he's only seen 2 pitches tonight. And he has smoked both of them. A line drive single to right, and then a home run that just got over the fence by a few feet, much to the dismay of Tyler Glasnow. But a much different reaction from the Blue Jay dugout. What an October he is having.
Oh, my goodness. He leads the team, as we mentioned, in RBIs now. He's got 13. Vladdy Guerrero has 12. Ernie Clement now. He's always ready to swing. He lined out to center field his first time up.
There goes Barger. And it's a hit and run as Clement fouls it back 0-1.
We don't see that very often, but I like it because you got a contact hitter at the plate. You got a guy that runs well at first base, and the Dodgers are on their heels right now. They play hit and run, and Ernie just swung underneath it and fouled it back.
Second baseman goes to cover on that play. Big hole on the right side, but Ernie fouled it off. And now a little looper into right is going to get down for a base hit. And Barger will easily come around to third.
Time.
Ernie Clement now has 22 hits in the postseason.
Tyler.
He's tied Vladdy Guerrero for the lead in hits by the Blue Jays. He fights this one off and flares it into right field. Barger read it perfectly. He breaks on contact, knows it's going to drop safely down the right field line, and the Blue Jays are cooking right now.
Time.
So now Andres Jimenez trying to make some contact and get Barger in. Muncy is in at third. Clement being held on at first by Freeman. 0-1.
Remember, in the Mariners series, Alejandro had 2 big home runs as Anthony Banda is loosening up, and this is what the Blue Jays wanted to do, get into that bullpen early, and this was the concern for that man, Dave Roberts.
Not only to maybe help them tonight, but also to wear down some of those arms for the next 2 games. Fly ball center field, deep. Pages feeling for the wall, will make the catch. Barger will tag and score, and safe at second is Clement on a very close play. And remember, had Ernie been out, Barger would have had to have scored before the tag, but Clement is safe, the run is in, and it's 4-2.
Well, good on Barger for hustling across home plate. That throw went to second base, and you got to be aware, if Ernie's going to tag, you've got to hustle across the base at second. But Ernie was safe on the call, so it's really not an issue. But what a swing by Andres Jimenez. Deep fly ball. Barger's tagging at third. Clement goes back to tag at first. Now look at Barger. He's hustling across the base just in case that's a bang-bang play at second.
And if you look at Carlos Fabulous, the way he's gesturing, I think he is telling Barger exactly what you just said.
You got to run.
Yeah. It's a big 90 feet for Clement if Springer were to come up with a base hit here. Up back of the plate and headed for the seats. And let's get a look at Carlos Fabulous, because again, watching another replay, it looked like the way he was gesturing, he was making sure that Barger knew. See, he's pointing at Ernie. He's pointing at Clement and saying, Ernie's running. You got to go 100% to the plate. Little things are the big things in October.
And the Blue Jays have been emphasizing little things all season long. And when you do that, you're so comfortable playing hit and run this inning, putting the bat on the ball. Clement gets a flare. Menace with a sac fly. This is the way the Blue Jays have played all season long.
1-2 on Springer. Checked it, and it's blocked by Smith. 2-2.
I checked.
8 men to the plate when Glasnow looked like he had the upper hand. And again, get down in the order. These guys always contribute.
A step off by Glasnow. Banda continuing to throw in the pen. A lefty. You got a left-handed hitter on deck in Lucas. That man has changed this game. Alejandro Kirk. That's high, and it's 3-2.
Kirk Jimenez hitting big RBIs, 3-run home run for Alejandro, sac fly for Andres.
Clement the lead at second. Swing and a miss, and Springer strikes out. But the Blue Jays score 4, and 3 of them come off quite a first pitch swing. Alejandro Kirk may be sitting on the curveball, launches it to center, and the Blue Jays now lead 4-2. They've got a number of relievers on the IL, and they're also without their best lefty in Alex Vesia, who was away from the team due to a personal family matter. So they're not quite whole in the bullpen. And Banda has because Vesia is away, Banda has kind of ascended into the top spot as a lefty.
The Blue Jays got to him for 3 runs on 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning in Game 1.
Comes the Barger grand slam. Came off Banda. And now Lucas works Glasnow for a leadoff walk. These are exactly the kind of at-bats that Dave Roberts was fearing. A lot of pitches. He eventually can't find the strike zone, and he issues a walk. That is his 3rd walk given up tonight, and the 2nd inning in a row with a leadoff walk.
Yeah, man, the last time they faced him way back in August, he had 4 walks in 5 2/3.
He starts Guerrero with a strike. Vladdy has flied out and walked. Grounded foul, 0-2.
Yeah, right.
Mark Budzinski, the first base coach, with a little bit of info for Nathan Lucas, who takes his lead again.
Ball.
Guerrero lays off, ball 1.
2.
To right field, but not deep. In comes Teoscar Hernandez, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Tyler Glasnow threw 8 pitches in the 1st inning, retired to sign an order. Since then, in 3 1/3, he's thrown 70. The Blue Jays have made him work.
Here's Bo Bichette, had a base hit in the 2nd and reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. That was the play where Edman committed the error. Ball 1 to him. How close to himself does Bichette look at the plate to you?
Swinging the bat, he looks pretty good. We have seen him hit some balls hard. He had a good at-bat as a pinch hitter in Game 2.
Yes.
He went around 1-1.
But it's so difficult. I mean, think about it. He's missed 7 weeks. He wasn't activated until Game 1 of this World Series. And you're facing pitchers that have pitched an entire season and are in top form.
Yeah, if the injury happens in the middle of the year, you get a rehab assignment in the minors. But obviously there's no live baseball where he can go. So it's just hitting in the cage, taking live BP against some of his own teammates. Chased it, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that would be the thing that would be a concern, having not played for so long, the timing on breaking balls. You know, you can get the fastballs, you just gauge it and you turn it loose, but the timing to stay back and be able to commit on a breaking ball, that would be a real challenge.
Lucas the lead. He's running. And Bichette hits it foul down the right field line.
That kind of foul ball tells me he's in pretty good shape. He does that better than anybody. Takes a pitch on the inside part of the plate and barrels it up.
Shohei Ohtani has doubled and homered in this game for the Dodgers, and he is due up third in the bottom of the fifth. The Blue Jay bullpen is quiet at the moment. Again, the 2-2 to Bichette is bounced up the third baseline. It'll go foul. And that's a test of that knee for Bichette. It went foul, but trying to get down the line as best he can.
Yep, he got out of the box pretty good. A swinging tapper up the line, and he's going to take his time walking back to home. And you can see he's not really going 100%, just making sure he doesn't push himself too far.
Make some noise!
So Lucas back to first, Bichette back in the box. And another 2-2 on the way eventually, but first to throw to first as the Dodgers thought Lucas might be running again.
You know what? It might not be a bad thing to start him again, because if he throws him a fastball, Bo can hit it. If he throws him a breaking ball, it might be a good pitch to run on.
And it's strike three called on the inside corner for out number 2.
No, he put a good swing, good pitch on it, and Dave Roberts has popped out of the Dodger dugout. He's going to make a pitching change. There's that fastball, catches the inside corner at 96 and locks up Bo. But that's going to be the last pitch of the ball game for Tyler Glasnow.
So out after 4 2/3, 4 runs given up, a man on, and the Blue Jays have to be pretty happy with this right now. Anthony Banda on his way in. Roughed up in game 1. Breaking ball down and away for ball 1.
He came into a bases-loaded situation to face the pinch hitter Addison Barger, and Barger hit a grand slam off of him. Then he would give up a single to Guerrero. Got Kiner for left of the pop-up, and then gave up a 2-run home run to Alejandro Kirk. 3 runs on 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning, and that was in that 9-run inning in game 1.
Keeps throwing the slider, and he gets Varsho to pop it up. Mookie Betts coming way over from short to make the catch. And the Blue Jays are retired. It is 4-2 Blue Jays going to the bottom of the 5th. You are watching.
37, and then Tom Glavine, Roger Clemens, Clayton Kershaw, Greg Maddux, and then Smoltz and Scherzer.
Here's Kike Hernandez, who struck out in the second. Hernandez is the number 8 hitter. Andy Pages number 9. And then Shohei Ohtani. And so one obvious thing to wonder about is, will John Schneider let Max Scherzer face Ohtani for a 3rd time when he has already doubled and homered off him?
Yeah, that would be a surprise, but it depends on the situation. Double barrel action with Louis Verland and Mason Fluharty.
Great spot for the slider. 1-2.
1-2.
Well, he got through that first inning. Ohtani hit a leadoff double, and then he retired the next 3 in order: Betts, Freeman, and Smith. That first inning has always been a big hurdle for Scherzer this year. Not the case tonight.
Hung that breaking ball a little bit, and Hernandez fouled it back. Got a piece of Kirk, who appears to be all right.
It's going to be interesting, man. You know, on the surface you say, okay, if he has to face Ohtani in this inning, we're not going to let him pitch to Ohtani, who's already 2 for 2.
Lined up the middle, a base hit for Hernandez.
Well, he got on top of that high pitch and ripped it into center field.
Walker on the phone again. Here is Andy Pages. And that may be the situation has been updated after the base hit. Feeling more and more likely like we're going to see Fluharty and Ohtani. But first, it's Scherzer and Pages. And a strike, 0-1.
Interesting. Should Pages hit into a double play?
Right.
Do you let him face him so you can keep those relievers down in the pen?
Fly ball to right. It is playable. Barger has lots of room, and he makes the catch. One down.
Now you got to go to Fluharty here. That's what he's down there for.
And here comes Schneider.
Yep.
He is going to take Scherzer out of the game after 4 1/3. And all things considered, 4 1/3, 2 runs. You take that from a 41-year-old guy, and even Max. There's no yelling and screaming from Max right now. It looks like he is wholeheartedly in agreement with this move. Mason Fluharty has faced Shohei Ohtani 3 times. He has struck him out all 3 between the regular season and the postseason. Round 4 is next.
But pride doesn't stop at city limits. It goes beyond. Finding home in a whole nation. Because home isn't just a point on a map. It's a feeling in our hearts. And right now, we can feel it from coast to coast to coast. Now that we've made it this far, it's time to bring it home.
John Schneider makes the move with Ohtani coming up for the 3rd time, and already the damage he's done off Scherzer. He takes Max out of the game. Scherzer pumped up as always. 4 1/3, 2 runs. The runner at first, his responsibility. He is still clearly fired up, even though he's out of the game, but he did a good job tonight.
He did a great job tonight, especially in that first inning when he got around the Ohtani leadoff double. He gave up 2 home runs, one to Teoscar on a hanging slider, the other to Ohtani, and a pretty good fastball that Ohtani turned on. So now Fluharty, as you mentioned, he's had nothing but success against Ohtani, and he's got another opportunity here.
Struck him out twice in the regular season here, and struck him out once back in Toronto. All 3 at-bats ended on the sweeper. Fluharty's a 2-pitch guy. The cutter at around 90. The sweeper down around 81, 82. Ohtani obviously knows how those at-bats went as much as Fluharty does. Runner at first, 1 out. And the 0-1. Outside, a ball and a strike. Remember, one of those strikeouts was in one of the biggest games during the season. Jeff Hoffman hadn't pitched in a while, came into the 8th, couldn't find the strike zone, came back out for the 9th, walked a couple more, and Fluharty came in with the bases loaded. It was a 1-run game. The Blue Jays were up 1 in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out, and he struck out Ohtani and got Mookie Betts to ground out to pick up his 1 save on the season.
His first and only major league save.
2-1 the count.
Wow.
3-1.
Laying off that sweeper, he's seen it a lot against Fluharty.
All sweepers, all 4 pitches so far. Big cut and a foul off over the third base dugout. It's full. So 5 sweepers in a row. What do you think? Sweeper number 6 or the first cutter of the at-bat?
Sweeper number 6. It's such a great pitch for him, and he has such a late break on it. Just got to keep it away from him.
Kike Hernandez the lead. And the 3-2. To left center field, and it's going to split the outfielders and get to the wall on a bounce. Hernandez around third, getting the wave, and will score on the double. It's a big, big night for Ohtani, and it's a 1-run game.
extra base hits. Strike on Mookie Betts. That one different, and then it was to the opposite field. It's the first hit the other way in more than a month. Yeah, he's now the tying run. Betts looking to make his mark. For John Schneider, you go to Mason Fluharty for the lefty-lefty matchup with Ohtani and Freeman and hope that you can survive against Mookie Betts. The 1-1 pitch. Grounded foul. Ohtani's done his part to come back to life here in this fourth game. Mookie Betts, though, at 0 for 2.
Well, that hole at bat was set up by the fact that he stayed off the ones away. By staying off the ones away, it's natural for a pitcher to think that they got to get a little closer to the plate, and as each pitch went on, the closer he got, the worse it was for him.
Betts muscles a fly ball to left field for Lucas. 2 out. And now Freeman. Has extended his on-base streak to 18 consecutive games in the postseason. Ball 1. Freddie Freeman, a .322 hitter in his career with runners in scoring position. That is third over the last 50 years. Tony Gwynn, Rod Carew, Freddie Freeman. Looking for a base hit here to tie up game 3. On a 1-1 from Fluharty. Freeman swats it foul. Strike 2.
That was a better pitch, even though it wasn't in the spot he wanted. You see Freddie's kind of ticked. He missed it. Now this does set up throwing another breaking ball. You just can't keep throwing these pitches in the middle of the zone. That cutter action, different than the breaking ball he's been seeing, that curve ball that he threw a lot.
Down the line, a fair ball in a tie game. Freddie Freeman comes through again. Locked at 4.
The breaking ball in the zone right over the bag. I mean, perfectly placed.
Well, we talk about the Dodger bullpen struggles. The Blue Jays pen, a concern for them as well. The Dodgers jump on Mason Fluharty, the 2 lefties that he's brought on to face. Get run-scoring hits against him, and we're back at square one in a series tied at 1. Ohtani's going to get another couple of at-bats in this game. He's got a chance to do something today that hasn't been done in 119 years in the World Series, and that is get 4 extra base hits in a game. Only one guy's done it, Frank Isbell of the White Sox, 1906. Strike 3 called on Will Smith, and that'll do it for the Dodgers in the 5th, but they have tied it. But they've been winning games even though their offense has not done what you'd figured that it would. But the Stars have come out here in Southern California. Ohtani and Freeman run-scoring hits. And game 3 from L.A. tied up. Dodger at first has got decent wheels. We've seen him take off on a couple foul balls today. Strike 3. Clement watches it go by. 2 gone in the 6th.
Locked him up. Fastball inner third. Blake Trinan's ready to go in the Dodger bullpen. Last hitter for Ohtani here. Dave Roberts would love to give Trinan a clean 7th inning with the top of the order. Ball one on Jimenez. Run with the sacrifice fly his last time. Tonight, their starter Tyler Glasnow failed to get through 5. Jimenez up the middle. Betts ranges over. What a play. Mookie Betts finishes off a scoreless 6th inning for Justin Ohtani. Well, the Regals, Sandy Koufax in attendance watching this ball game tonight. Steve Carell. Because you're always going to have a bunch of superstars in Los Angeles. Yeah, it turned out for this World Series. Jack Black, Jason Bateman, Jeff Goldblum. Both quarterbacks in town are here. Justin Herbert and Matthew Stafford. Hey. Marlins' biggest issue in this postseason has been homers. That's a line to the left. That's a base hit for Teoscar Hernandez. Came into the game 1 for his last 15. He was 2 for 3 tonight.
Well, Dave Roberts says, you know, the one thing about Teoscar, he never gets too high or low. He just kind of treats everything, even if it's 4 strikeouts, no big deal. I'm not going to get carried away with that. Or even if he makes a mistake, I'm not going to get carried away with that because I can redeem myself with some homers and big moments, and he's definitely done that.
Go-ahead run aboard. Tommy Edman at the plate. He'd love to atone for his air. This is air that opened the door for the 3-run home run from Alejandro Kirk back in the 4th inning. Edman acquired from St. Louis at the deadline last year. It's been a clutch postseason player. Pokes one to left field. Lucas going back. Now here's Kike Hernandez. Strikeout in his first at-bat made him 1 for his last 16. And he singled and came in to score on Ohtani's double.
Yeah, that was a big single. Been struggling, as you mentioned, and stayed on the ball up the middle.
And he did it with 2 strikes. 6 out of the Dodgers' 8 hits in this game have been with 2 strikes. Hernandez at first, the go-ahead run. 0-1 to the plate outside. Blue Jays are in the World Series for the first time in 32 years. They won back-to-back titles in 1992 and 93. Alex Call has a bat potentially to pinch hit. Dodgers trying to make it back-to-back world titles. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kike Hernandez. There goes Hernandez. There's a ground ball to short. Long throw. Hernandez not going to get there. Throw to third. Bang, bang, he's out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ball player.
Can I just say wow on everything that just happened right there? A lot. You know how hard of a play that was to make?
Jimenez to Guerrero across the diamond to cut down Teoscar Hernandez. This guy is so much more than just a hitter. And the Dodgers are going to challenge this.
I mean, it's really close. He slipped when he threw. But I think that's close. It is close.
Yeah, he got it. Glove folds up on his leg there. And Teoscar Hernandez out at third. Instead of a chance right here with a go-ahead run in scoring position.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
Presented by Zinn confirms that he's out. And game 3 moves along to the 7th inning, still tied up.
see what Ty France is trying to do coming off of the bench cold here.
Not like he's in the cage. Swinging, anticipating.
Another 2-2 from Wrobleski is fouled again. Ty France, who went to San Diego State, played for Tony Gwynn, and learned everything that he could from one of the greatest hitters of all time. We'll put some of that to play right here. In a tie game in the World Series, France ball lays off, and the count goes full.
That was a great take for a guy coming off the bench, getting ready to hit fastballs, and then sees that breaking ball for the first time, and just had enough ability to not swing.
3-2. They got him with a high fastball.
Now, if there was 2 strikes when he pinch hit, that was strikeout would have gone to Springer. But because there was only 1, he has to own it.
Well, in a Dodger bullpen where there is trust to be earned, there are jobs to be won. Justin Wrobleski doing his part. Juggles, recovers, gets Lucas. 1 2/3 from Justin Wrobleski. The Dodger bullpen desperate to have somebody step forward, especially from the left side after they lose Vesia. He's going to get a great hand right here. Negative mixed hand because the crowd probably thinking, man, ride the guy. But Dave Roberts going to go to Blake Trinan with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up in a tie game. Trinan, his first appearance of this Fall Classic. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the hitter. First pitch, upstairs, ball 1. It's been 10 days since Trinan last threw.
Tremendous movement on his 2-seam fastball, and then he's got just a killer breaking ball. You saw the slider version right there.
Uses 1-0. That is a slider for a strike.
Just creates such an angle that he throws out of the same slot that the ball will chase into a right-hander on the sinker, and then, of course, break away on that breaking ball.
Home of the 1-1. That is swatted up the middle, and a base hit for Guerrero. Goes outside, and tip of the cap to Dad right there. Best bad ball hitter of all time. Vlad Jr. singles into center.
Not too many of those when his dad was playing, but this is maybe not the prettiest one, but one that works.
Now, Blake Trinan last year was one of the MVPs of the Dodgers World Series run. He's in this role this year, not because he's still that guy, but because he's the best option. Dave Roberts has no choice but to lean on. Here's Bichette taking a strike, because Trinan has not been the same. With a 193 last year, helped him win the World Series. This year, a 540, a 9 ERA in September.
Try to get that sinker in off the plate on Bichette.
Top run producer during the regular season. Six stolen bases, by the way, for Vlad this year. With his best buddy Bo Bichette at the plate in a tie game. 18 home runs for Bichette. Trinan's 0-1. Bichette fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
Be interesting to see what John Schneider does the rest of the game with Bichette. If this is his last at-bat, or do they keep him out there and anticipating another at-bat, possibly in the 9th inning?
Bichette, who's parachuted into this World Series after a month off. Guerrero runs on a foul.
Oh, he got a huge jump. And Trinan's not really concerning himself right now with 2 strikes on even trying to hold the runner, and you don't blame him trying to make that best pitch he can to get the hitter out.
take a long time to come to home plate.
Another 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, fouled off. Bichette trying to play Kyle Schwarber for the Toronto Blue Jays, like Schwarber did for the Cubs in their drought-snapping World Series in 2016.
And that's still the greatest thing I've ever seen. Like, he was out forever.
Yeah. Injured his knee first week of the year. Came back, hit .400 in the World Series.
I mean, Volley was tracking ball after ball after ball and just seeing and trying to get his... You can't do what he did in the World Series. At least here, the time elapse is not as great, but still remarkable that he's in the World Series.
2 disengagements. That means Treinen, if he goes to first, has to get him or it's a balk. He goes again and fouled again.
Yeah, but the new rule, if you're not familiar with it, if he throws over to first and he doesn't get him, then the runner gets to go to second no matter what. So the 3 disengagement rules has only happened a couple times personally for me that I've seen, but it does give the runner now leverage to be a little more frisky.
Yeah, a little froggier out there. But it happened too many times for Vlad Jr. Not usually a menace on the bases. Not going this time. Bichette down the line, a fair ball. Ricochets back into play. Teoscar Hernandez scrambles after it. How fast can Vlad run? Throw to the plate. Play at the plate. He's safe. He scores from first. Toronto leads game 3. Wow, smacks home plate, and it's 5-4 Blue Jays in the 7th.
2 out, harmless base hit, and then the ball down the line, and it ricochets away from Teoscar. He gets it as fast as he can and throws it with a cut action on the ball, and that's all it took to be away from basically an out to safe at home, because the ball was there in plenty of time, but he had cut that throw off to Will Smith, had to go get it.
And here's the other answer to your question. Yeah. Bo Bichette will be pinch run for, so he's done his job. And it would have to be deliberate contact from anybody down there for it to be ruled a dead ball.
Pinch runner's number 7, Isaiah.
And then it would be the umpire's judgment where to place the runners. In this case, they play on, and Bo Bichette, with 2 outs, has scored Vlad Guerrero Jr. from first. That dynamic duo that restored hope and restored excitement around the Blue Jays years ago when they arrived have combined to give them the lead in Game 3. So pinch runner over at first, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Strike 1 on Dalton Varsho.
Another example of the Toronto Blue Jays. 2 strikes so quickly. Foul ball, and then a base hit. And they get so many 2-out runs. Only behind the Dodgers are the Blue Jays in the most 2-out runs in the league. You got to touch the corner of the bases, and you got to do this at a level where if you're going to be safe by inches, you cannot make any mistakes when you're hitting the corners of those bags. He didn't.
How about the reel that Vlad Guerrero Jr. is putting together in this game? He's got what he normally does. He's reached base twice with a walk and a single. He scored 2 runs, but the defensive play and now the base run.
Yeah, that defensive play was something. How about him getting that big hit?
Varsho with a cue shot. Not going to be an easy play. Muncy has none. Second infield hit for the Jays.
They're not only creating stress on the Dodgers, the fans got a little stress right now in a 1-run game here in the 7th inning, and the man that's at the plate is the biggest reason why the Blue Jays are even in this game. That 3-run homer and a single with an opportunity to add on with 2 outs again.
Here on Tommy Edman loomed large with a home run from Kirk. And 2 batters after that. He's got 2 runners aboard here in a 5-4 game in the 7th. Trinan throws. Kirk takes the ball. And after Justin Robleski retires 5 of the 6 that he faces, including the last 4, Trinan's come in, and 3 in a row have reached against him.
He's coming over the top of a sinker. When you see a sinker pulled and not the action that we're used to seeing, that's just not mechanically behind the ball.
Burke swats it to second. There's Tommy Edman. That's the inning, but the Blue Jays do it with 2 outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. reaches out, singles into center field, and then scores all the way from first. They're rocking at the watch party back in Toronto. Rogers Center, full of Blue Jays fans, partying like it's 93. Dominguez the last couple times out, he really looked good.
Yeah, he has. He's got that electric fastball. Command can be a little bit of an issue in that split finger along with the slider. But the Dodgers have done a nice job tonight with 7 of their 17, 7 for 17 with 2 strikes, with a couple homers and only 5 strikeouts.
Usually teams hit about 150 with 2 strikes out. 1-2 on Andy Pages. Ohtani waits on deck. 3 for 3 tonight, 3 extra base hits. Dominguez comes home. Pages lays off, trying to justify his manager's faith in him, keeping him in the lineup here with all his struggles in this postseason. Dave Roberts hoping for a microcosm of his whole season, or looked like he was maybe going to lose his job about a month in. He was looking over his shoulder, thinking he was going to get sent to AAA. Kiner-Falefa stays in, plays second, by the way. But took off from there after that bad first month. Breakout second year for Pages. And he find it in October the way he did in the regular season. 2-2 against Dominguez. Pages fouls it off, stays alive. Another 2-2. Ball outside, ball 3. The knock on Pages has been that he chases too much. Tough take right there. He's worked it full. Payoff. Barger and right. First out of the 7th. Fox 4 Side is powered by Google Cloud as Ohtani makes his way to the plate. He is 6 for his last 6 at Dodger Stadium with 6 extra base hits. That's never been done in the postseason.
That's incredible. I like this meeting at the mound right now because I'm pretty sure they're going to say, keep the ball away. Outside corner. Splits away. Do not mess inside or that part of the plate that we've been showing you where all his hits are.
Here he is. Seems like he always delivers when the moment calls for it. Shohei Ohtani is 3 for 3 tonight, 2 doubles and a home run, 6 out of his last 6, 4 home runs, 2 doubles in this ballpark. Jays do not have many left-handed options. That splitter that you're talking about with Dominguez makes him one of their best options against Ohtani.
Now what Ohtani's going to be looking for is that fastball that he pulls. And if he pulls it, it has cutting action that comes back into the barrel of the bat. When you pitch late in the game, I don't care who you are, location, location, location is the most important thing.
Ohtani on a center cut fastball. Blast one and ties it. Shohei 5-5. in forever. Shohei Ohtani, who will start Game 4 in 24 hours. He has tied Game 3 with his second home run of the night. And he's tied Frank Isbell as the only guys in World Series history with 4 extra base hits in one game.
Unbelievable. And just as soon as you get out of your mouth, location, location, location. You cannot miss there. And that meeting was probably a reinforcement, and he did. He pulled that fastball right down the middle. And the greatest player on the planet might have been struggling coming into that 4th game here at home. He ain't struggling. The last 2.
Oh, my goodness. Betts on 1-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. Right down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, this is why, again, you can't make that mistake. And every once in a while, a pitcher's going to do it. But when you do it to that guy, crowd speaks for the rest. Hadn't hit a ball over there the entire postseason. Everything was pulled. He gets a double earlier in the game over there, which puts him in a good place, and then he hits an opposite field home run.
Freddie Freeman. 1-0 from Dominguez. Ball high, ball 2. That's the swing Dave Roberts has been calling for. He got so pull happy. Waited. Doubled the other way in the 5th. Homered the other way. No doubt shot in the 7th. 2-0 to Freddie Freeman. Ball 3. He didn't have to do anything that he's not used to doing. When Shohei Ohtani is right, that's what he does. He hits the ball to left like he's a right-handed pull hitter. 4-pitch walk to Freddie Freeman, and the go-ahead run is aboard. Learned to hit it like that back in Japan. As a little leaguer, there was a river beyond the right field wall, and he kept on losing balls out there. They said, buddy, we're going to run out of baseballs unless you learn to hit it the other way. So he said, okay, I'll start hitting my home runs over the left field wall. Now he does it in the World Series.
Dominguez, the last 2 now, other than you can get away with a pulled fastball against Betts because he's a right-handed hitter, but the last 2 left-handed hitters, not the lane you want to be in.
Ball on Smith. We've seen Freddie Freeman attempt to steal in this game. Don't fall asleep on him if you're Dominguez. Right after the Jays tie it with their stars on the top of the 7th. The Dodgers have tied it with the biggest star of them all. Will Smith, Game 2 hero, fouls it back. And again, he's coming off 6 shutout innings in the clinching game of the championship series. He'll start tomorrow night. Never seen anything like it. Probably never will again. Ball 2. What a gift it is for all of us to watch a guy do something that you're not supposed to be able to do. He makes you rethink what's possible. Awe and wonder. Such important things that can be hard to find. Smith on 2 takes ball 3. Well, he inspires it almost every night. Smith chops it foul.
And wait till you get to see what he does best. Yeah, that's pitch.
That's his favorite thing.
Most people don't think that, and because he's been hurt, you haven't been able to. His ability to pitch trumps with his ability to hit. It's mind-boggling.
Head start for the go-ahead run at first. Freeman takes off. Smith takes ball 4. Go ahead, run into scoring position. Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Google Cloud, the official AI partner of MLB. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
John Snyder is in a really tough predicament right now. Tie game, 2 outs, and he wants his guy so badly to get that third out and then reset what decision he makes to put in a reliever after him. But badly missing location-wise, and now he's got Bassett up in the pen.
Muncy trying to give the Dodgers the lead. First pitch. Pops it foul. And he had one on a tee as well. Dominguez playing with fire in this inning. Both teams with one of their trusted relievers giving up runs here in the 7th.
Not connected to that pitch. That pitch is a weapon for him, and he's got a long arm swing, which is erratic with the fastball, but it has such great four-seam spin. He can get away with it up in the zone. But that's the pitch he needs against left-handed batters, and he just does not. Has not thrown one good one yet.
Teoscar Hernandez waits on deck. Chris Bassett continuing to get ready. Freddie Freeman at second, the go-ahead run. 2-1 pitch. Muncy lays off, ball 3. Series tied, game tied, tension. 3-1 pitch. Bouncing ball at second, kind of for left. That's the inning. Shohei Ohtani strikes again. Jaw-dropping. Otherworldly. His second home run of the ballgame. His 4th extra base hit. And back in Oshu. And all over the world, they're going crazy. Tied at 5 after 7 innings in game 3. Ball that gets a swing and a miss from the rookie. Came out of the middle of nowhere this year to play a big role for the Dodgers. Barger grounds one past the mound at second. Betts cuts off open in the third, and another defensive misplay opens the door for the Blue Jays. How many paper cuts can you sustain and survive if you're the Dodgers?
Man, this has been one of those games we'll talk about for a long time.
Betts cuts in front of Edman there. His momentum taking him towards first. But then his throw is in the dirt, and Barger's on to open the 8th inning. We talk about the Dodgers' misplays, but also the Blue Jays do this to teams. Put the pressure on them by putting the ball in play. So now it's Ernie Clement. Out of the 8th spot. 1 for 3 today. 423 in the playoffs. Muncy's even with the bag at third. Here comes Dreyer. Clement skies it to right center field. Going to get him on one pitch. Teoscar Hernandez for the first out of the 8th. If you happen to just tune in, I'm sorry. You're going to need to go back and rewatch this one on the app. 5-5, and what a thriller it has been. That is all Ohtani. If you're wondering who's tonight, haven't heard of him. How about him? Shohei Ohtani is 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 home runs.
And when he hit that one, he unlocked the line.
Jimenez. Pinch runner over at first, by the way. Miles Straw has come in to run. Straw can fly. Jimenez slaps a base hit the other way. The Blue Jays 9-hitter sets the table for the top of the order. But again, the top of the order looks a lot different. George Springer left this game his last time up with what appeared to be an oblique injury. And so Ty France instead of Springer is coming up here.
Ty France has an opportunity to get his first moment in World Series play for him.
Hadn't played in the postseason in 3 years. That was just a couple of games with Seattle. Dave Roberts has set it out there as France heads back towards the dugout. Roki Sasaki's ready to go. And Sasaki's going to come in here to make his World Series debut. Himself thrusted into the spotlight right here off of the bench with Springer injured. And Roki Sasaki, the rookie closer, is on the pitch.
This guy throws 150. No, he throws 100 miles an hour with a great split finger. And what was a season that could have been lost, he's come back to help out the bullpen. The starter is now in relief, assuming the closer's role.
Straws at second, great speed. Jimenez at first. Tie game, top of the 8th. Ball 1 on that splitter. He throws 2 different pitches, the 150-mile-per-hour fastball you're talking about, and that splitter that is unlike any pitch in the majors. France, who came on for George Springer, struck out in the 7th. Postseason debut for him. Pulls one off the hands to third. Muncy has one play after the juggle. It's at first. Up to second and third go Straw and Jimenez.
Well, he had one play mainly because the runner at first got such a huge jump and put the pressure. You know he's frustrated. But once he didn't get it clean, that juggle right there could not take the chance to go to second base.
Ready up to Nathan Lucas here. Dodgers have already given up 2 unearned runs in this game. And remember, the leadoff man reached because of the error on bets. Can the Jays make them pay one more time?
Well, I'll tell you what else that does now. I mean, the runner at third was going to be there anyways, but the splitter in the dirt, you got to look for and pressure on Smith.
Oh, goodness. Disappears.
Most of the innings he's come in has been clean, but look at that tumbling split finger. But it is going to be one that now you've got to really trust your catcher because he's going to throw it in the dirt.
There's 0-1. Here's that same pitch, misses outside. He's just 23 years old, Roki Sasaki. Came over here as a starting pitcher, was terrible over the first month. Missed most of the season. And then look what they found down the stretch. His 1-1 to Lucas. Drops off the table, 1-2.
I mean, I don't think he'll do it, but if he do a high fastball again, same thing. 2 slow pitches he swung at. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm sure that's what he'll go to, but a high fastball would be like swinging underwater.
Oh, what a stop by Smith.
There it is.
Will Smith having to play goalie back there.
Didn't Hideo Nomo throw out the first pitch today? Did he throw a splitter in the first pitch?
He may have. Straw dancing off third. Sasaki's 2-2 to Lucas. Bounce back to him. Rocky's got it. Over to first in the dirt, but Freeman has it. Sasaki's out of this inning. And this thrill ride of a game 3 goes to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. Hiroki Sasaki, who has gone as many as 3 innings in this postseason, stays on here. No surprise. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's only done everything in this game, leads off. On twice, 2 runs scored, made an impact with his legs and with his glove. Ball. And he takes one that's just a little bit low.
You see Sasaki pitch. It's such a back leg drive downhill. Tremendous leg strength on that back leg when he's pitching. And that's how he's not. Doesn't look like he can bench press a lot of weight, but he can throw 100 miles an hour and have that splitter drop off the table.
Fires the 1-1 pitch. Guerrero flies it to right center field. No big deal for Teoscar Hernandez. And a sigh of relief for Sasaki and the Dodgers as they get Guerrero. Last out for the top of the 8th. Sasaki needed every bit of that 6'3", 6'4" frame, and then he panics and loses all semblance of athleticism and bowls it over there.
Yeah, that ball was slipping out of his hands. It looked like when he was tossing it.
Wet bar is so. Came on as a pinch runner for Bo Bichette and takes a ball. Connor Falefa, one of the hardest guys in the league to strike out. In for his defense, but trying to make life tough on Sasaki. 2-0.
And the other thing, if he's able to get a walk or get on base, I mean, 4 stolen bases against. I know that's not a lot, but no caught stealing against Sasaki.
Ball 3. This is a guy you're going to come right after.
He is. He's coming right after him, but just missing the strike zone. He'll work his way back in it on this 3-0 pitch.
Varsho waits on deck. Connor Falefa waits on 3-0. 3-1. For the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th, 9-1-2. And the only thing I said that just matters is 1.
Yeah, it's 9 and 2 that are coming up to the plate. 1 is going to be on first.
That's a walk for Connor Falefa.
Now we'll see how aggressive John Schneider wants to be here. Does have that long leg kick to home. But then a left-hander up does open up the ability for that hole between first and second. But you would only be able to hit a split finger in that hole. You're not going to hit the fastball, I wouldn't think, on the ground.
First one to Varsho. Ball splitter misses away. Problem for the Dodgers here is that if Sasaki goes into a stretch where he just can't figure it out, what do you do? Already used Blake Trinan, already used Anthony Banda, without Alex Vesia. Varsho's out in front, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's got to hold the ball in his hand with a split finger, and then when he goes to the glove, that's when you make the pitch change and the grip change. Can't do it the other way.
In the dirt, and Will Smith again saves the Dodgers.
Because it's a true split finger, he has to dig deep in between those fingers to put his grip behind him. You watch the block and see that split finger grip. That is, it would be a tell sign if he were to do it the other way and dig in his glove to get that grip.
2-1 pitch. Varsho fouls it off, and it's 2-2. Down to Kenny.
Joe, if you step back from this incredible back and forth, you can make the argument that Blue Jays desperately need this game. George Springer looks like he might be out. Bo Bichette might not play tomorrow. In the pitching matchup tomorrow, Ohtani versus Shane Bieber favors the Dodgers.
Varsho takes ball 3. Pitching matchups are always going to favor the Dodgers in this series. The Blue Jays have to have somebody come up with a big hit. That offense that got them here is going to need to keep them going, and if they're going to win it, offense will be the reason why. On a 3-2, Varsho pulls it off Freeman's glove and down the line. Kind of Falefa heads for third. Edmonds' glove. There's a play. He's out.
This is such a great play by Edman. Now, Falefa did not turn around. He's anticipating that ball got by Edman. And when Edman got the ball, he immediately threw to third. And that slide gets up an incredible defensive play. The throw couldn't be any better. And it was the challenge that you had to make if you're the Toronto Blue Jays to get to third with less than 2 outs. but the play was made.
Tommy Edmonds said, "Let me do my best Vlad Jr. impression," and fire a strike over to third. We've seen both teams run into an out at third base tonight.
Well, you kept talking about how can he redeem himself. He just did redeem himself from that error, because that's a game-saving, inning-saving play with the guy at the plate that you know is going to make contact and possibly get that runner in, the go-ahead run.
A message from Mark Pryor and a message from Corona.
John, this is one of the most exciting games I've ever watched. Well, there's been everything. There's been plays that we would normally never see not made, and then there's plays we've seen that would never be made on both sides. Like, this probability of making that play was so incredible. We saw what Guerrero was able to do on a similar play, and you got to be ready for the moment. You've got to be able to think in baseball and react. Think about what you're going to do if this happens, and then react and do it.
Here's Kirk.
Boy, it's in.
1 ball, no strikes. Jeff Hoffman.
I would think he's only coming in if they get the lead right here.
Sasaki's 1-0 pitch. Alejandro Kirk. Ball. Takes ball 2. After Kirk, it's Straw. Well, they've gotten better defensively. They've gotten worse offensively with IKF in the game, with Straw in the game instead of Barger. 2-0. That's a strike.
One step off.
I think they gave him a step off where it was an engagement, and he would, once you go to the rubber and you set and then step off, even though he wasn't ready, that's a disengagement to first.
Dalton Varsho just 2 stolen bases this year, conservatively. And that is ball 3 on Kirk. Go-ahead run at first, 2 gone, top of the 9th. Sasaki to Kirk with a 3-1. That's ball 4, and the go-ahead run moves into scoring position.
Well, the meeting at the mound was to say you do not have to give in and pitch to him. That's not a disrespect to the guy that's on deck. It's just respect to the guy that was at the plate, because he's more connected offensively than Miles Straw is, and that doesn't mean he can't get the hit right here, and it would be a huge one with 2 outs.
And in a crazy full circle moment, Miles Straw, who was only acquired this offseason as part of a deal to free up money for the Blue Jays to give to Roki Sasaki, now faces him with Game 3 of the World Series on the line. Ball 1-0. He was in AAA last year with the Cleveland Guardians. They needed to move money around to have bonus money to offer to Sasaki as he made his decision. He obviously chose the Dodgers, and they were left with Straw. Pops it foul. Well, Straw's been way better than they anticipated. They thought that they had dead weight, but he's come over and been a key player for him at times. In the 5-5 game in the 9th, Clayton Kershaw begins to warm.